Sit here and watch the fish till somebody shows up. I hope I broke that. Got those doctor's hands working right off the bat. No, didn't break it. Got lucky again. Our Queen Mondarla is remodeling her basement. I don't know if she'll be here or not. Hell, I don't know if anybody will show up. Figure after about 30 minutes, maybe 15, nobody shows up, I'm done. I'm feeling the greatest today anyway. Not stopping me from smoking a cigarette, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm sick. Hey, Alias. How's it going, brother? Sure you're making a bunch of those beautiful guitars. Hey, Paris. There goes somebody I have to call back. I don't get. Hey, Blackjack. Yeah, I don't get how these damn telemarketers and scammers just continue to call. Well, when I do it, it's not too bad. I haven't done any lately. I got that far on Tony's heart that I'm making for her, and then now I've kind of stalled. I don't know. It's hard not to get downed a little bit when you stop and think for a minute. Hell yeah. I'll be looking for that one. She bought the funniest instrument. I'm trying to think. A mouth harp is the weirdest one I can think of. I've always thought that looked funny as hell. Oh. I have been trying to put the burr back on the little chisel that I made out of that high carbon steel broken drill bit. And that's what you get when you use it to clean out cracks and stone carving. You don't get to use it on wood a lot no more. It don't work so well. Here in a minute I'll get the battery from across the room. See what we can do. And there are the dogs waiting to let the fur babies in. electronic instrument. Oh, a theremin. Did you get a theremin? A hurdy-gurdy. No, I think it's a theremin, that weird little thing with the two antennas sticking up, and you wave your hands around it and make noise. Yeah, that's a pretty annoying sound. Got a little bit of a cold this week. Just a little bit. Yeah, albatross pedal. I know they make a funky noise, but I couldn't use one any faster than I could play a guitar. So it's not any of those ones. That's about the most far out shit I can think of is the theremin. Now I'm gonna have to look up instruments tonight. Trying to think here now. Now harmonica makes a pretty damn annoying sound. They don't look super goofy. Oh man. I hear they're pretty cheap, although I've never looked for one. Of course, if you got a good enough synthesizer, you can make that bitch sound like anything you want. I have a pretty good feeling if I do any composing, it's going to be like these new composers with AI doing all the work. I'll be a little more honest, though, in the description. I'll tell them what I told it to do. Completely different kind. Electric kazoo. Hell yeah. Electric kazoo. Is it some kind of drum? I bet it's a drum. No drum thing. I know they got the jaw harp. That don't look super goofy, and it does sound weird though. But I don't think that's what it is. So probably not a jaw harp. Oh, that'd be badass. So it's a voice changer. No, you already got one of those. Close to a synthesizer. Electric violin. An electric ukulele. Yeah, what the hell is it? I'm still gonna watch, but what the hell is it? It's whatever that damn thing is. Ah, okay. Pulling some 80s funk. I'm gonna have to Google it. Automaton. Well, whatever it does, it's got something to do with the tone, and it does it automatically. I can figure that out from the name. But yeah, I'll definitely be there to check that out. You're gonna have to do a live on that one. You'll have a bunch more people showing up too. Most of the crowd here clicks in. If I'm not working on something, they click out. Trying to get a damn lead pencil apart so that I can make a toothpick shooter. It's not working for me. I don't want to break it too much, but I may have to break it. Rubber note with a touchpad. Ah. So long as you're touching it, it's making some kind of noise. I bet that is aggravating. Get some dust on that bitch in the wrong spot. Oh, he's going Japanese music. Hell yeah. Now there's the cheapest lead pencil you can ever buy. Because here's the guts. Got a great big spring. You got this little plastic dealie with one lead in it. Just one lead. Now, hell yeah. 3 kinds of pitch. Yep, now no more. That's going to end up being the push pin for the toothpick shooter. Tee hee. I've been wanting to make one of these for a while, just for shits and giggles. I'm gonna have to cut this one though, because that is not a spring. That's some heavy steel right there. That's a stupid waste to put that in a damn pencil. And it's just dumb as hell. I guess we'll keep that much. Well, let's keep that much. We can always trim it down. Damn thing's too small, or I've got it in a notch. God dang. Would you like to accidentally get that in your finger? should go right in there. Dave, the last Australian. Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah. And the Doppler radar, they're using that to steer the fucking weather. That shit's been going off. Got, oh, hell. Hopefully she'll show up. Can't recall her name because of my wonderful memory. But she's been tracking that shit. Michelle. God. Well, I remembered that much of it. But yeah, she's been keeping track of it. Every time these storms and shit start to stir up, you can see the Doppler going off, and it's pretty much pushing the clouds around. Thank you, Alias. Lord knows I need him. I don't guess I really got to worry a whole lot about breaking this thing. I mean, talk about the cheapest crap you've ever seen. And it flat refuses to come apart. Any kind of civility. But it did come apart. Now I got a gigantic, just way too big of a damn tube, I bet. Yeah, we won't be using all of that. Do I have any idea what I'm doing? Not really. No, not really. But it seemed like a good idea a couple of minutes ago. Take the razor knife and have limited success at cutting it. Figure it'd probably be best if I do this shit off camera so that nobody can imitate and blame me for loss of a fingertip or a split fingernail or any of those lovely possibilities. Yeah. But there, I mean, that's the way it goes, man. He's just another side of the same coin. And I guarantee you, it's no surprise I mean, it may be a surprise to us, but it's not a surprise to them. They knew this shit was going to be happening. They planned it. Oh, Lord. Yeah, that thing is just gigantically too damn big. But yeah, there's how that works. So we just put this on a whole different spring. Well, I'm out at the moment. I got cramps in just about every corner you can think of, especially between my shoulder blades. Some of that nice every now and again. You got to stop and just put your arm up behind your head. Try not to cry cramping. Hey, Melissa. Yeah, I found a jar full of crap from, I don't even know when I put that in there. That's from childhood days right there. Fucking Constructs kit. Who remembers being young? I barely do. From what I hear here in a few months, I won't at all. Yeah, I doubt this is going to work at all. Although that's a good spring. So we'll just have to make a whole different thing. Luckily, I got all kind of shit laying around here. Hey, Coaster Gamer Chat. Cat. Cam. Dyslexia sucks. Hey, White Rabbit. Cool, thanks, man. Yeah, hopefully here within the next little while, my what do you call it? Inspiration will improve. I guess we could be making a black cube. Well, damn it. There it is. Found it. Supposedly gonna be making a toothpick shooter. Or that was the idea anyway. Had been the idea. Unfortunately, I've cleaned, and now I don't know where a damn thing's at. Yeah, that's Max. That's Max. He's an attempt at a manifestation through symbolization. Voodoo. Oh, buddy. Oh, what's wrong with that fish? Here in just a little bit, he's getting a 3-gallon tank. And the plants are natural filters. fact, let me rotate his stuff. I'm fixing to have to trim those roots again. I never did think of a last name for him. I need to wipe off his bowl. I've got it all dusty from sitting over here grinding. Of course, the plants are making plenty of algae for him to have his water constantly filtered. Come here, Woody. Like you moved my bed, man. It wasn't just a couple days after the last time I trimmed his roots. I sat over on the couch and I was looking at it and see him for a minute. And I got worried and came over and looked, and he had himself wedged up in the roots, where all he had to do was raise his head a little bit and get a little bubble of water. I guess he was calling it sleeping. Oh, yeah. But all you can do is sit back and wait and see what happens. Try to be ready. Not wring your hands too much. Well, hell, that pretty much got shot down right when it started. Oh, here we go. Well, when all that shit had started, I saw a report that said they had drained the reservoirs in February of last year for maintenance and upgrading. And they just never did fill it back up. It's crazy how they can get away with this shit. See, they're thinking it's going to be like the last several decades where, a couple times a day, everybody you get together in front of the box and listen to their story, whatever they say, and just accept it and forget everything that's happened in the years before, and it ain't like that shit no more. Everybody's talking to everybody and reminding everybody about everything. Everybody talking about the Democrats are better, the Republicans are better. They're the same damn coin. Flip it over. There's almost no difference whatsoever other than a name. Man, these diehard, I'll support this side or that side. Got some surprises coming, y'all. Gonna be some hard blinking happening after a while. That kind of blinking right after you're stunned. Now, I know, right? I'm hoping that's what it is. You got one camp saying he's sent to save us. You got another camp saying no matter what, we're doomed. And I mean, if you really think about it in the long run, the point of any nation to exist at all is to expand their borders, get more resources for their own people, all that good stuff. There's no difference between us and all the other countries on earth. We're just nicer about it. A little bit nicer about it. Or at least we were. Now Trump's up here and he's not fucking talking any circles. He's pretty much just saying, look, I'm going to do this, that, and the other. And leaving a lot of people's jaws hanging open. Exactly, the less of two evils. And it sucks that that's just about the best you can hope for, but that is just about the best you can hope for. Is that whichever one you end up picking is not as bad as you thought it was going to be. I know this last 4 years sucked. All the shit that everybody's talking about now, nobody's stopping to go back over all the Q codes and shit and all that dumb shit. So let's look at the inauguration and old girl wearing the Q hat. Remember the 5th of November. So that tells me this shit's probably going to go on until November. It won't start getting good until November. Until then, it's going to suck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to get so much worse. This is nothing. And I might not even make it till November. Fucking supply lines get cut, medications are short, I'm done. That will be it for your boy. Either that or I'll be back with even less motor skills or motor coordination. I mean, it's just how it is. Tony don't like to hear it either, but I mean, it's just a cold, hard fucking fact. But he's like, it's gonna get so much better. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm pretty much neutral. I like people to be free. Like for me, the ideal shit would be to be able to go back pretty much to almost Wild West rules, where everybody got to carry a gun on your leg where you can get to it easily. And suddenly everybody would be a lot more respectful of everybody. A lot of the bickering would stop almost automatically. I'd bet you. Just saying. I mean, it's basically like that now, except everybody's just carrying their hands. And people run around talking about, I'm not afraid to throw hands, blah, 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 which makes a lot of people respectful of other people because they don't want to get in a fist fight in public. Same concept. That's what I'm saying. You watch your mouth when John Boy can shoot you. Won't be no good night, John Boy. It'll be like, hey, come on now. It ain't gotta be like that. There was a lot of people in the Old West that were bad just because they could be bad. But there wasn't that many. I mean, shit, you don't hear about it like it was a third world country or anything. You hear about maybe 40 or 50. Probably not even that many. And those ones you keep hearing about over and over because they were career criminals. My wife is completely against firearms of any kind anywhere. I do not agree. Yeah, they were self-sufficient. But see, back then it was easier to control the populace because they didn't know anything but word of mouth that came through the game of telephone over stagecoaches that may or may not have been stopped by Indians and completely destroyed. Yeah, that whatever that pesticide that they put on it to make it shinier and shit that is a forever chemical that you can't wash off. Saw a dude get some off. Took his apple and put it in a cup and poured some boiling water over it. Shit peeled off like a skin. It's like even when you peel it, if you don't wash it in boiling water, you're mixing that shit, a little bit of it in with the pulp. Yep. When it wasn't the Indians, my people were pretty hard on y'all. So I think we had kind of good reason, but I mean, damn, sometimes we were pretty bad. Of course, the old man's got to be the last one to come to the door. Oh, poor fur babies. Yeah, and they did it too. They've just about done it. I'm still not sure if it's the usual game of we're getting fed a bunch of bullshit, or we finally got at least one sane dude that realizes if this shit keeps going, it might not affect him in his lifetime or his kids in their lifetime, but sooner or later they're going to have grandkids. I can't understand why the people doing this shit don't realize sooner or later you're going to have grandkids and they're going to have to deal with it, whatever you do. Mm-hmm. It's okay, Clarence Thomas, he covered that shit. Like when you look, he said, when you look at gun laws, you have to go back and look at the original intent of the law when it was made. That law was written by felons. Every one of our founding fathers is a felon. And a rebel. Well, every one of the founding fathers of America. Everybody's run around not even thinking about that. And then Clarence Thomas came along and he's like, now wait a minute. So gun laws in America may be completely changing. Because the fact is that if a felon wants a gun, he's going to get a gun no matter how safe or how dangerous that person is on the street. If they want a gun, they're going to get a gun. So everybody else should be able to have one too. Damn sure cut down on the public shootings. There'd probably be a lot of collateral damage, but the bad guy would not get away. It'd stop a lot quicker. Of course, the stories would probably be, the bad guy got 2 people and there were 13 people hit by crossfire. Everybody would try to put one in him. But it should damn sure go back to 2 cops in every car. So that, this single cop in a car running around with no fucking backup, he's got to call for help. Anything happens, every time anything happens, they got to call for help. One dude could be dealing with it, the other dude could call for help real quick and then go be backup. Exactly. They don't give a fuck about no law. And I can't, it's just so, it's aggravating everybody running around bitching about how bad it is now. And if we just take the best parts of the last 20 or 30 decades, the best ideas that we've had, leave the bad shit behind and get back on track, it'd be okay. Everybody's got, everybody's got main character syndrome. That's what the problem is with the younger generation. They've all got main character syndrome. That's what I'm saying. Reagan gave a hint, and I think they're fixing to do it. How quickly would humanity pull together and forget all the skin color and all this other dumb shit if we got attacked by aliens? Probably be pretty quick. Probably wouldn't hear any I don't want to be around you because you're a different color talk. Be like, here come the aliens. What are we gonna do? And with all the talk about blue beam and shit, if that still goes down, I'm 100% sure he's right on the fucking ballot with all the rest of them. He's right there on the ticket. Just another name on the list, but he's near the top now. And I'm hoping to God I'm wrong. I'm hoping it's like everybody says, and it's the golden age, and it's all going to be wonderful and shit, but he is a politician. Just saying. Although, hell, I can't say I'd know how I would fucking react or any of the steps I would take if I suddenly got to be president. Hey, I'm hoping we can always keep our fingers tightly crossed, slightly braided. Mom called, said she'll probably be home about 2. I don't know. I figure if I was an alien and I had been traveling through space for a while, or rather, if I was an alien and it wasn't my species, I'd try anything once. You know? So I'm looking at it 2 different ways, okay? If it's really aliens, if it's really aliens, and they haven't figured out how to travel far faster than light or some kind of dimensional wormhole shit so that it doesn't take them a million years to get here, when they show up, they're going to be hungry and they're going to be running low on supplies. And supplies would include us. Well, they're really defenseless against it. Hey, Uncle Skin. I'm gonna have to get parts. I'm actually gonna have to find shit. I can't just pick it up off the table and make it out of junk. That hurts my feelings. I was so looking forward to that. I wanted to shoot something. Well, I wanted to shoot a toothpick into something. I think what I'll end up doing is I'll buy a whole thing of clothespins and I'll just sit down and make one shooter after another until it works. How how hard could it be? Besides, apparently very. Now I want to try to take the magnet out of this. This may be bloody. I'm going to assume it pops out from here, and I'll use the plastic for keeping my fingers a little bit safe. But not very. And I bet I make no progress. See, I've already been trying on it. I've even burned it, and it refuses. Let me put some pliers on it. That'll fix it. And see, this is just one of those damn vape things. That's out of a burned up vape. They make it out of tougher shit than they do most of our appliances. Seems like the best you can hope for is to just gnaw it apart until you get it what you want. But I really do want that. I really do want that magnet out of there. There we go. Can't believe they put a neodymium magnet in one of these little bastards. Like, why? Of course, Darla is frantically remodeling her basement. I'm glad Tony hasn't made me remodel anything yet. Okay, baby. I'll be here. Almost got caught talking about her. I'd be surprised if she's still there. She's making a run for that time clock. I'm waiting to hear our little Chad TJ in the kitchen so I can tell him to turn on her damn coffee pot. Well, don't wreck trying to pay attention to this damn thing. Hey, John P. There, finally peeled it open. There it is. Got it. Isn't that nifty? Now I'm guessing I have a neodymium magnet that I can make stronger. We'll be right back, y'all. Give me 3 seconds. Had to go turn on the coffee maker to feed my wife's coffee addiction. Where did that chuck it? There it is. I wonder how the hell. I gotta have a. I wonder what happens if you do run any power through it. I gotta get a 9-volt battery. Man. How's your day been, John P? I started off making a toothpick shooter and ended up taking a vape apart for a magnet. cannot slide that damn thing off either. Good way to split a fingernail right there. Oh, doesn't want to cooperate very much either. There we go. I guess I can always use it to pick up any shavings. And there's one to add to the magnet collection. I wonder if Mr. Save That Fish is still around. You still here, Mr. Save That Fish? Hey, Darla. It's okay. I figured you were busy doing your remodeling. How's that coming? Okay, baby, I got your coffee going for you. Yep, we were waiting on you. We were awaiting. Ugh, man. Yeah, that cleanup, that sucks. I could think of more fun things to do other than after any construction cleanup. I worked a construction job where the owner of the company, he had to be some kind of scam artist or something, because he had us showing up there every day for the better part of a year, and supplies never showed up. He built it until it had a roof on it, and everybody just showed up and swept the same damn floors for the better part of a year. And then when everything did crank back up, they're showing up and like, okay, we got 4 months. What the hell? All that hotel was a wall and a roof. Guy he had to be crooked. Must have been. That was one of my very firstest jobs. God, I wish I didn't have epilepsy and could have a job. Get to West Virginia, I'm going to be running around the woods. I'll take y'all with me so y'all can help me find my way home when the Alzheimer's hits. So, Darla, how do you feel about Trump gonna annex Canada? I think y'all will like it. Y'all will lose a lot of damn taxes, man. They'll just automatically be gone. You'll have some other bullshit taxes, but not as many. Yeah, everybody thinking it's horrible. If you really stop and think about it, that's the point of any government, is to just take over. Can't wait for the days of Star Trek and all that good shit. And Star Trek's pretty fascist too. I'd really think about it. But that's where we're heading anyway. I mean, it's inevitable. It's just a fucked up fact of life. Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. So few taxes, so many different ways they can twist things around. But they do it quicker than your parliament did, so. Man, I can't wait to get the U-Haul and get the hell out of here. April needs to come the hell on. Oh yeah, the what is it game. She'll never figure it out. I'd have never figured it out. He had to tell me. Some of that crazy musician stuff that only musical people know about. Yeah, I heard that. Y'all got taxes out the ass there. We got far fewer taxes. But there's some pretty dumbass regulations too. If Trump does anything that he says, there won't be a lot change except for some names, some papers, some taxes. You'll probably get a new set of laws. Yeah, it's probably going to suck. At first, anyway, it'll probably suck. Yeah, she's never going to guess it. I was even guessing the most far out shit I could think of, Darla, and I didn't get it. I didn't know what he was talking about even existed, so I couldn't guess it at all. It's not an electric ukulele either. I think I can tell you that without ruining the guessing game. I don't know how to say that name. Hello. I don't know. That might be a good thing. Amazon business owner, where they're just not coming. They're just not showing up anymore. They turn on the computer and get whatever they need. Mom and pop is like, where the hell's everybody at? We've wandered on to Canada, being a part of the United States, and taxes and all that good crap. Just whatever. You missed the if aliens are real. And in between, I'm sitting here sharpening a homemade chisel. Very slowly sharpening a homemade chisel. But mostly because I don't have any inspiration right now to do one of those things. I'll come up with something sooner or later, though. It'll hit me again. That's the only thing I hate about mostly doing any kind of crafting or artwork off of inspiration, because you can't just order that shit up like a pizza. It's either there and you're feeling it, or it's not there and you don't. I think they're real too. I really do. As big as the universe is, there's no way there can't be something else out there besides us. Oh, his name is Max. But I mean, just the sheer size of how big fucking space is, there has to be something else. And then the shit they're talking about supposed to be fixing to happen here, I'm pretty sure that's going to be deep state or the dark side or bad guys or whatever label you want to put on them. Because if aliens showed up, unless they could do the Stargate shit where they're here, in a couple of minutes, they're going to show up hungry and low on supplies. And we're going to count as part of those supplies. I'm sure some of them will eat meat. That's what I'm saying. There has to be. There's probably more than just us already here. I mean, it's been pointed out by a couple of people, and it makes sense after they pointed it out. You hear the term extraterrestrial, and then you hear the term alien. And then you hear aliens and extraterrestrials. Well, we're terrestrial beings, so extraterrestrials tells me they already know that there's extras here, and aliens are from outer space. And we haven't even got around to meeting the extras that are here. I'm sure there's gotta be some. I've been looking up a bunch of stuff on Sasquatch and found several voice recordings where it sounds like a mix between Native American Cree and Japanese, with a bunch of growls and grunts and a couple other sounds that I can't even fucking describe. I mean, we can't make those noises. Has anybody noticed how everything seems to be coming out all at once now? Like it's like they're trying to do an information dump so that everybody's flabbergasted with the information, instead of lifting an eyebrow and saying, hey, wait a minute, you've been hiding this shit from us for decades. Oh, you'll never get it. You'll never figure it out, Darla. I'm telling you, I didn't even know an instrument like that existed. And then when he told me what it was, I had to guess what it did. Think early 80s music videos, and maybe you might get it. But it's not the keyboard guitar either. So see, Yui, is that how you say it? Or Yuyo? Been trying to burn my brain out to figure out how to pronounce that. I'm too Americanated. Yuio is the only thing I can think of that immediately makes sense, but I didn't want to blurt that out right when you showed up. Be totally wrong. I could spell out my name on a piece of paper and burn up some brains real quick. Of course, my name is 10 fucking letters long. I'm Cree, buddy. Fucking Indians don't play when they make up a name. They make up a name. Apparently mine's like 2 or 3 different words, and when you cram them together, it makes a name. I'm very ignorant about my own culture. I've been to a few powwows, but I always figured that's been commercialized, and I'm sure there's some real culture mixed into it, but it's a commercialized culture now. And a lot of that, people sitting in the stands and now the sacred blah blah blah. And now if it was sacred, there wouldn't be everybody from wherever in the fuck showing up to see it. It'd be a nice, quiet, little private thing. At least that's how I would do it. Nope, already thought of that one. Well, I'm doing the let the plants and the moss keep the water clean since it's so small right now. And they've got a 3-gallon tank for him that's got a super low flow filter so that it's not blowing him around. And here, I think the 3rd, I'm gonna get it. I've been meaning to get it for a month. But I'm gonna get it and set that up and get it planted. I think I'm gonna leave his sweet potato in there. And his vine, I think, is just now starting to put out roots. But yeah, the moss and shit in there, supposed to keep it clean. I get him a 3-gallon tank. I can get him one of those mini cats and one of those tiny little algae eaters. Yeah, that's what I guessed. That was like my 4th guess, was the theremin. That was the strangest thing I could think of. But you're close. It's kind of like a theremin. I didn't know it existed before today, though. I'm surprised people aren't getting rain drums to put in their showers. Hey, Gabber Beast. How's the end of the world going over there? I'm assuming it's nosediving quickly. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a half moon beta. And see, when he was a grief by right after my adopted brother had passed away. He was a grief by, and I stuck him in there, and there was a few sharp rocks in there, and it cut his tail all up. So for a little while there, he almost didn't have a tail. I had to take all the sharp rocks out and redo it, and then baby him until his fins started to grow back, look all beautiful again. And it sucks that they're so aggressive you can't have two of them. Although they do have a double beta tank, and it's just got this black divider that you put in between them, which to me seems kind of dumb. Aw, have fun. See you on your live. Yeah, he's going to do a live and play it for us, Darla. Yeah, yeah. I wanted to get some shrimp so that he'd have something to hunt. He's constantly roaming around there hunting. It was a couple of weeks back, he got a hold of a jumping spider that had crawled over in there to get him a sip of water. And he took it and stuck it down behind one of the rocks, and he'd make a lap, and every time he'd pass that spider, he'd do this quick look down to see if it had moved again. Oh God, it's Autotone. Looks like a musical note. Yeah, he took it right on down there. Sucker was the size of my thumbnail. See if I can get him to come over here. But standing there, if it had been alive standing up, its feet would have been as big around as my thumbnail. Had a pretty good sized butt on him too. Of course, I also had the idea that it may have been one of those spiders that could just crawl underwater and make a air sac around his butt, and he might have caught him under that rock and popped that air bubble. He will not be messed with. I've sat over here a couple times, and he'll come and flare his gills out. I think he's taking a micro nap now. Yeah, he's wedged up in the roots back there. Nope, it's oh God. It's what was it? I can't remember the name of it. It was automaton. Shaped like a musical note, and you put your finger on it and it starts making a tone. And you slide your finger up and down and the tone changes, I'm guessing. Hell, maybe you can slide it back and forth too. Oh, you're doing the full landscaping in your tank. I thought about putting down the dirt and then the sand on top and all that good stuff. I mean, a little 3-gallon tank, it shouldn't take a lot. Hope you're doing good, Burn. Since I started talking to you before I said hello. But yeah, I definitely learned to not not use any of my chisels for carving stone, especially when they're made for wood. Only just use the stone chisels. It's gonna be a month to get sharp again, man. It's still round on that side where I really ground at it. It's gonna be a forever. It's gonna be a forever. But yeah, I want to get him. It's like a little 3-gallon square tank, and put him some of the long plants in there from the bottom. Find a place for his sweet potato plant to stick in there. You see, I just got a sweet potato plant stuck in the top. Of course, he'll nibble on the roots and all that good stuff. He seems to like it, and he'll wedge himself up in there to go to sleep too. Like what he's doing right now, he's trying to get him a good spot. Make it where you can see him. It will not cooperate. Where you at? Yeah, see, he's got himself jammed up in the rocks. Or jammed up in. And he'll stay there for 5 or 10 minutes. He'll get right to where all he's got to do is just raise his head a little bit. Get him a little gulp of air. Funny as hell. Tony was like, "Well, you can put a lid on there and keep anything out of the water." I'm like, no, he's got to have space. Who's seen that one? I'm going more aesthetic this time. Last tank it didn't. Water changes. What a bunch of plants. Yeah, see, that's what I'm doing too. The no water change, but I'm still gonna have a filter in there for floating junk. Mostly just to recirculate the water though. Yeah, another few weeks his tail will be all better. He'll look like a proper half moon beta again. It's been forever since I had a beta. Now, guys, another thing you can do if you get a beta, you can get a really large, shallow bowl and take you 3 pieces of a brick or 3 pieces of anything the same height, about that long, but big enough for him to swim under. And take you another clear vase, turn it upside down on top of that, run you a tube up in there and suck the air out. And as you take that air out, fill the water back up, and you've got a tower you can swim up in. Looks really neat. It's a bitch to clean, but it looks really cool. But it is a bitch to clean. If you're trying to get the water out and that first glub that goes up in that vase, you'll realize what I mean by it's a bitch. I think it's like a 3.5 gallon or a 3 gallon little square dealy. That shit, the last time I had a beta, nothing like that existed. You could have that little square bucket thing that looked like it, well, hell, it was made out of plastic. It looked like it was something for a fake fish. And the filter in it wasn't worth shit. It circulated too much water. But this one's just big enough that you can put some aquascaping in there and some plants and stuff. Oh my God, dude, I can't even help you pick one. I started looking, there's so many different kinds of betas. Oh God. Like this dude here, I think he was like $7 or $8. So he's relatively what they consider to be a trash beta. And then they've got some of them go all the way up to $1,300. Like, Jesus Christ. I tried to pick as many people's favorite colors as I could find on one. You get the blue and the purple and the red. And that's about all I could really find. He's got some white on there, so. Trying to get me. You trying to get me now, buddy? Come on, flare out. Yeah, he's not gonna do it. You know, Yui, betas have a 3-month memory and they can recognize their owners. If you take the time to waste on it, you can get it trained to where it will swim up to you and let you kind of pet it a little bit. But yeah, you get on the net and start looking up beta types or types of betas. They've got some really pretty ones too. Like a couple of them look like they were fucking painted, like they were planned out. And they come from rice paddies. They're like a little parasite sort of deal. And the Chinese farmers noticed that they were pretty aggressive and they had nothing better to do than toil away. And so they started fighting them. Then it got to be a thing of, you know, my farm is so much better than you, even my beta can beat your beta. And so they started fighting them. Just like any other little crap people have anything to do with. Oh wow. Hey, that's fine, man. I got 5 dogs in one tank. And all the dogs are so damn spoiled. Every morning, the first hour and a half is petting dogs. Just petting dogs. And of course, first thing I do every morning is feed this guy. Yawning. He's bored. I know it, buddy. I've been looking at what kind of fish I can put in there with him for when I get his 3-gallon tank. Zebrafish go in there pretty good. Figure I'll probably get 2 or 3 of those. And like you said, some snails and some shrimp. No, I'll have to get one though. No, I won't be doing any breeding. I don't have enough room for that many fish. Yeah, I just don't got no room for that many fish. But I will get one though. The Beta Bible, hell yeah. Yeah, you see he's hunting movement. I moved a little bit and he jerks like, what are you doing over there? Comes rushing out for the jump scare. Oh wow. Are you gonna end up being a beta breeder? Hey baby, how was your day?
Short.
Oh man. Well guys, my beautiful wife just walked in the door, so I'm gonna jump off of here. And I'll probably be on again later, maybe. We'll say about 6 hours or so from now. All right, let's say a quick little prayer. Hey, Shannon, you're just in time for the prayer. Darla said hello.
Hello, everybody.
What time is Hev on? I thought she was coming on like 4. Well, 4 here anyway. I got the reminder on, so we can catch up on some kind of news. But yeah, we'll say a quick prayer and then hop off. Creator of creation, please bless and keep us. Lead us through the times that are coming. Give us bravery of heart, strength of spirit. Bring peace upon the world. Amen. Well, guys, love you guys. I'll be back about 6 hours. And Hev MC is on about 4, which is about 2 hours from now. Check her out. She's pretty good. She covers all the main news, and she doesn't do the life story. No, you're a time traveler, dude. I'm not behind, you're early. Man, they got one place between America and Russia where there's 2 islands that are about 2 miles or so apart, or 20 miles apart, something like that. And the American island is 23 hours or 22 hours behind the Russian island. And you can see the damn thing. It's crazy. Oh, well, guys, I'm going to jump off here. I'll see. I know, right? Don't you hate it? I know I always did. Oh, I remember those days. Way to get married. Anyway, I will see y'all in about 6 hours. Much love. Everybody be careful. Talk to you later.